Hey, you just finished high school or college, or you're just a young person in general, and you're thinking about what's next. Is it a new job, more school? What do I do? Well, today I'm gonna teach you a secret weapon that you have right now that you'll never have again. What is this? It's not some get rich quick scheme or some crypto scam. No, it's time. And today we're gonna use it to build some wealth, some serious wealth, with something called the S&P 500. Stay tuned. So what exactly is the S&P 500? Okay, forget all the lingo. Think of it as a giant basket holding the 500 biggest and most powerful companies in the US. When you invest in the S&P 500, you're not betting on one company. You're betting on all of them, from Apple and Amazon to Tesla and Microsoft. It's like buying a tiny piece of the entire American economy. Why is this a no-brainer and considered so low risk? Because it's not a bet on any single company. If one of those 500 companies struggles, the other 499 are there to pick up the slack. The US economy as a whole has always grown over the long term. And by investing in the S&P 500, you're investing in that long-term growth. It's a diversified, simple, and historically powerful way to invest without needing to be an expert. And what is the biggest cheat code you can have when investing in the S&P 500? Well, it's time. And what do you have right now? What do you have an advantage over everyone else? Well, you guessed it. It's time. This is where your superpower, time, comes in. As one of the greatest investors of all time, Warren Buffett famously said, "The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient." You have decades for your money to grow. This is called compounding. Think of it like a snowball. You start with a small snowball, your first $50 investment. As it rolls down the hill, it picks up more and more snow, the money that it earns. Then, that bigger snowball starts earning its own money, making it grow even faster. It's a powerful, natural force of wealth building that you can only take full advantage of when you start young. Okay, let's get to the numbers. Let's say you're 18 and you start investing just $50 a week into a fund that follows the S&P 500. The historical average annual return of the S&P 500 is about 10%. We're going to calculate how much you could have by the time you're 30. I've only put in about $31,000, but with a total of $59,000? That means I made $28,000 by just letting my money work for me. That's insane. That's almost as much as I put in. This is the power of starting early. And what about by the time you're 50? By the time you're 50, if you invested $50 a week, you would have over $500,000. And what about 70? If you're 70 and you've put $50 a week, you would have over $3.5 million. It's the most simple investment strategy you can have, but it's the one that people think to the least. Why? Because people want immediate return on investment. That's not how patient people work. Patient investors, just like Warren Buffett, would take years to wait for an investment to grow. This is what you have to start thinking in your head right now. I'm young. I have a superpower. And this is for your own judgment to try and decide if you want to invest or not. I'm not a financial expert. I'm just giving you the most stress and risk-free strategy that I know of. And I'm just sharing this with you. The decision is yours. So how does this actually work? It's all about compounding. In the beginning, your growth is slow. After 1 year, you've invested $2,600 and your money has grown a little bit. By year 5, you've put in $13,000 and your total might be around $16,000. That's not bad. But here's where the magic happens. By year 10, you've invested $26,000 and your money has almost doubled to over $40,000. Why? Because the money you made in those first few years is now making its own money. And that's making money too. The snowball gets bigger and bigger, and the returns start getting huge. By the time you get to 30, a huge chunk of that total $59,000 isn't from your savings. It's from the growth of your growth. That's why starting early is the most important thing you can do. So how do you actually do this? You don't need to be an expert, surprisingly. You just need to open a brokerage account. A brokerage account is a simple account that lets you buy and sell investments. I'll make a separate video just on this topic, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Once you're set up, you simply find a fund that follows the S&P 500. Some common ones are VOO and SPY. You don't need to know what those letters mean, just that they're the tickers for those funds. Then, you set up an automatic weekly transfer of $50. And that's it. You don't have to think about it again. Just check your account and see as the money each year compounds up and up. While your friends are focused on immediate spending, you'll be quietly building a foundation for a future of financial freedom. The choices you make right now with just $50 a week could change the entire direction of your life. The question isn't whether you can afford to invest. The real question is, can you afford not to? If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos to help you win with money. See you guys.